and time again. I feel like we need to rename Legends Reappear to Legends Late Gamers, maybe? I don't know, because they just seem to make a comeback right at the last moment and blow our minds away.
Yeah, definitely. That was an insane game beforehand, but it is all about this first game here. Don't forget, guys at home as well, this is going to be a best of 5 grand final here. And if LDR takes out EXO in this first best of 5, it is going to be a bracket reset, meaning that EXO has another chance to take the win here. Now, looking at the bans, Kello, we've got a predictable Lapras and also Delphox ban on the side of EXO.
Look, you do not want to put that in the hands of Xavi at the moment. There is too much on the line. Nonetheless, we do have a Hooper that is being picked up by Icy. We have a Decidueye as well, and the Wigglytuff. I must say, Wigglytuff is definitely a supporter that you do not see very often in this meta. I absolutely love seeing this pink blob being selected.
I think LDR might be taking a page out of Iclin's book from that engagement they had before, taking that Wigglytuff as well, as you said, but more importantly, maybe for the first time today, a possible Glaceon on the side of LDR. Xavi maybe locking that in. Meanwhile, we've got Challenge back on the Mew, and Benko with that Blissey as well, probably looking to support that Urshifu picked up by Buster.
Yes, we do get a Glaceon, and I must say, I am a massive fan of all of the evolutions, but wait a minute. Hold the phone for Ethos on the Zoro arc? Is this the comeback arc for EXO?
Yeah, holding the phone.
Yeah.
Holding the phone indeed. I think he might have picked up my call asking for a Zoroark. You know how I love seeing Zoroark in the competitive play, but Ethos looking very good with that with that Pokemon. Now, I do have to mention though, Hooper has been such a key component in, I think, Legends Reappears a game. You know, you saw that last game. That's why they can do all that last minute comeback plays, because that Hooper at the end brought all the teammates back healthy and ready to take down that Rayquaza. And so definitely, if you are on the side of EXO,
here we go. Grand Finals of Match 1 for the Pokemon Unite Championship Series for the OC region. I am super duper excited to see what we have on the table here for this set.
Yeah, it all really comes down to this, isn't it? Here comes the Jigglypuff with that Rowlet at the bottom. Now, we've spoken about how Rowlets could be a little bit weak at the bottom path if they weren't going to the central area, but looks like LDR is looking more to get that Glaceon online as soon as possible to dish out that damage from that backline. And we have a Zora trying to run away, backing off from that Goomy, looking to put in some stacks as well. We've seen that red buff Hooper time and time again, able to stun the opposing Pokemon, slow down any advancement from them, and now look at that. No knockouts from either team, both teams doing so well to gain that valuable experience to begin.
Oh, yes, for sure. Just the Astonish, not only does it stun, but then you have that slows combined with it. It's such a great supporter earlier on. But we still have that Jigglypuff and Rowlet still in the bottom path there. They haven't reached their full evolution. Slowbro, though, going in with a huge surf and rolling out that Jigglypuff.
Yeah, that Jigglypuff is still trying to find a microphone to evolve to Wigglytuff with the Sing move, so unfortunately won't be able to do that just of yet. Here comes Urshifu though, another single strike Urshifu on the playing field for EXO here, looking to take out, I think, Liz on that Goomy. Oh my god, can they get that engagement here? Meanwhile, Glaceon is looking to go back to their central area to get that farm up. They really want that level 8 as soon as possible to get that Unite loop.
Yes, it's interesting to see they've actually sent the Dartrix into that central lane there. Obviously, it did struggle in that bottom path. It wasn't able to get in online. So I think the ability to just switch out and prioritize that is really good, I guess. What's the word there, Fu?
Oh, I mean, talking about Pokemon that need to come online, here comes Blissey just coming online now. So I think both a sigh of relief from both teams, but you are right, definitely, Carlo. We do want to see that Decidueye coming up as soon as possible. But here comes the faint Zora picking off that Sliggoo, saying, no, sir, this is my field. This is my pressure I'm putting up in the top lane. And look at that amazing space made by the Urshifu as he backs away here. Can anybody Can anyone stop Ethos on the Zoroark right now? I don't think so.
Oh, I don't know if anybody can do it. It might be that stunner from that Hooper there, but no, they were able to make a quick escape. They're going to go back, farm on up, and get ready for these objectives that are about to spawn in less than 15 seconds.
Now, I do want to point out as well that it seems like Felicity on the side of EXO has chosen the softball egg set, which means that they're not going to be able to cleanse their Zoroark from going in against the scene of the Wigglytuff here. However, that means they can put and, you know, keep feeding the eggs, actually, to EXO-Clan, keeping them, you know, ready and alive in the playing field here. Big Unite move by the Zoroark to take down both the Glaceon and perhaps even the Decidueye here. Oh my god, Ethos is on a rampage, and look at that. Look at how much space they made for Team EXO here, even though they did not manage to, you know, stay in the playing field there. EXO got the bottom Reggie.
Exactly.
That was enough time. The sacrifice was not in vain.
Yes, no, it was not in vain. They were definitely on a rampage there. A sacrifice worth making as they did secure themselves that Reggie Rock buff. But thankfully, we do have that hyperspace Hulk teleporting the Wigglytuff up into this top path and just applying this pressure on this Urshifu as it hides in that tall grass.
Yeah, looks like DC is looking to just chip down this Regieleki as soon as possible here. Hooper staying in the playing field by going through the portal, but Wicked Blow comes out maybe a little bit early, gets made space by the Wigglytuff. Oh my god, Glaceon managed to get that, but Ethos says it's not over yet. I'm ready to go. Blister System goes on, stays so good near the Zoroark, keeping them in play as well. Here comes Mew though. Maybe they can have a huge surf on the Wigglytuff. Glaceon. Oh my god, I don't think they will be able to get out here. No, the Unite move so good, keeping them in, keeping them away from the teammates, being invisible. Oh my god, they're still playing. They're still okay. Oh, Hooper says, nah, Pooh, you have complimented this Mew too much. I'm gonna take it out of the playing field, and also this Zoroark as well.
Oh my gosh, I must say, there is so much action happening on the field today for this match. They are just fighting in all these little sections that we have. 4 members going up against the Urshifu. A 3 KO streak coming out from DC there.
Yeah, DC saw Ethos with that 5 KO streak beforehand, and it's just saying, I'm just as good as a Decidueye as you, taking down the top goal zone of EXO-Clan. And look at this. LDR is in the points lead against EXO here. So if they want to keep this iron grip on the lead and potentially take out this first game, they need to make sure that the Hooper is still online here and keep the Go Zones online as well.
Yes, definitely they have to keep that iron grip as that Gudra is popping out those Vine Whips and those Dragon Pulses. But look at that, the slow beam food. It ended up
oh my
out,
god.
but it didn't end up taking anybody down. We do have Zoroark trying to just zip back and forth. They managed to take the Glaceon down with them as they are both sent back home to base.
Yeah, here comes the Regirock in the basement right now, and look at that Urshifu chipping it down so well. Oh, Wicked Blow. So good, but it was actually the slow bro out of all of them. Jeb able to secure it from Team EXO here. Big surf on that Wigglytuff. We're going to take it out as well. And here comes maybe a bit of pressure into Legends Reappear. Mew is backing away. Mew is very much able to still be playing on the playing field. But Hooper's Ring Bound is out here. They're looking to push. LDR saying, you know what, you guys got the base from Reggie, but I want a piece of this cake. I want to get this bottom goal zone broken as soon as possible.
But is it going to be a piece of cake to take? Because I think EXO-Clan are putting up the defenses. But look at this, Zoroark going in the backline, putting the pressure on that Glaceon once again, taking it down. Also taking along the Decidueye with it. That is a 2 KO streak. He is living a 1 HP and a dream as he makes it on out and leaves it to the rest of EXO-Clan to break that tier 1 pad.
Can I just say, Keller, how is Ethos getting away with all this right now? He goes in, he zips it on 1 HP, leaves the scene. There seems to be no punishment for his engagements. It is insane to watch from Ethos right now.
Look, I must say, Ethos is definitely one of those members to watch. I think it's just their ability to push these Pokemons to the limit. You can see they have that micro down pat, but we do have a Regieleki being secured by Legends Reappear, and that is going to make its way down to Tier 2 pad. We can already see that EXO-Clan are there to answer the call and not let this Regieleki walk on through.
No, definitely not. They definitely would like to take down this Regieleki before the timer ticks down even more here. Looking at the levels though, Kello, very, very close match. We have a level 13 Glaceon and a level 13 Zoroark. This absolutely could be any team's game here. And you know what? For the first game of the freaking grand finals, what a show it has been, but it all comes down to this final stretch.
I feel like this whole broadcast has just been an absolute show for. They have not disappointed the world at all. OC are here and they want to show what we are made of. But for the moment, it is the calm before the storm as they all wait in the tall grass, waiting to see who is going to get picked off first.
Yeah, here comes Chi-Chi up in the top lane. We've seen them play in that top path so well in that Rayquaza fight before, but Ethos is also there looking to maybe, jump into the back line of Team Legends Reappear here, but both teams, are waiting it out a little bit. Now, I'm sure they know that EXO is a little bit ahead, so it is still up to LDR to make a move, but LDR is known from today, waiting till the final moments, Kello, to really, really ramp it up against EXO.
They really do wait until the final moments, and I guess that's so that they cannot, EXO might not be able to make a comeback, but look at this, it's still almost a minute has passed in this final stretch. No one has really made a move through.
Yeah, everyone is just taking a chill pill right now. Here we go with the final minute. Maybe it's time for LDR to make a move and wake up from this fight. Wigglytuff looking to be close to the Gudra to make some space for the team. Someone needs to predict the Decidueye though. Oh my god, Evan Fist comes out. That's the Decidueye out of the play. That is a huge pick by EXO here. And they're looking to take down this Glaceon as well. Glaceon doing very well just to stay in the backline. But Urshifu, not on a lot of HP. Maybe it'll be knocked out. No. Mew says, don't worry, Urshifu, I got the Glaceon. That's 2 backline attackers taken out of LDR.
Okay, but wait a minute. We have a Mew going in and just broadening that gap even further with a sneaky back cap there. So, LDR, they have to make a move. There is 20 seconds left on the clock. Rayquaza is nowhere in sight. I think LDR may have waited a little bit too long on the clock there and may have just lost that first game.
Yeah, waited a little bit too long indeed. Unfortunately, they cannot bring up that miracle they did against Icon there, unfortunately. And I think that Mew scoring up in that top path really sealed the deal for EXO and just, bringing it back in terms of the belief that EXO.
I predict it's going to be another sweaty matchup this round.
Yeah, absolutely. As we go into game number 2, everyone at home, hold on to the edge of your seats. This is the ban phase for this game here. And it seems like EXO, Hello, has just committed to taking Delphox away from Xavi.
I'm not gonna lie, this actually kind of makes me sad, Fu. I want to see a Xavi Delphox on the field, okay? Let Xavi free!
Hashtag let Xavi play Delphox. That's gonna be trending. Meanwhile, on the side of LDR, just saying no to Lapras.
No, and it makes sense. It is such a brawler, even though it is a defender. But you know what? Once again, Slowbro being picked up. One of the top 5 Pokemon that were picked up during yesterday's matches in that group stage. I feel like Slowbro is trending once again.
Yes, Slowbro definitely one of the most favored picks for the defenders right now if Lapras is banned. And we can see, is Chi-Chi coming in with that Zoroark now. Very fantastic. Now, something to remember in terms of the ban phase and the pick phase is that you don't have to actually ban the Pokemon to stop the opposition from playing it. You can just play it yourself. So if Chi-Chi is confident, and I'm sure they are, on that Zoroark, on that Illusion Pokemon, I can't wait to see what Chi-Chi brings to the table for LDR.
Yes, I feel like today has just been mind games. Just players sniping each other's Pokemon. It's like, you bring this here. No. Let me show you how it's done. But, okay. Interesting pick here. The Scizor. Buster on the Scizor. Now, we know that this Pokemon has quite a fair bit of sustain, especially if it does opt for that Bullet Punch moveset. It is running that attack weight, so it definitely needs to get in those early, smaller dunks to be able to reach its full potential.
I agree. And on the side of Legends Reappear, interestingly as well, there is no defender picked. Rather, they have gone with Wigglytuff, which we know can be that front line for the team. But apart from that, maybe Do we get to see a water Urshifu? Do we get to see a rapid strike Urshifu for that sustain? If EXO takes this as well, they're going to be 2-0 up in this grand final here. Meanwhile, if Legends Reappear decide to, step up the game in the final moments, it's going to be 1-1. So it is honestly anyone's game here. It is not over yet, ladies and gentlemen, at home. And we can see here, back at it again. We've got the Jigglypuff and the Rowlet at the bottom against the Slowpoke, and the Mew. Meanwhile, Zora on the side of Chi-Chi now, looking to get some dunks and to get that attack wave. They might be in trouble here. Focus Band is propped right now. The Sylveon on the side of EXO looking to take it out early. Hooper with that red buff, as we've seen before, stopping any engagements. And it is all up to both teams here to see who can actually come online first.
Yes, come online and get those evolutions happening. We still have that Jigglypuff once again that hasn't evolved, soon to tick on over, but there we go, the Magician to take a berry. That does hinder EXO, especially if they try to retreat and heal on up.
Yeah, I love that little thief ability that Hooper has. It says, yonk, hello, I want an extra Citrus Berry from you. But here comes the Swablues and the Altara spawning in, and both teams are looking to soak up some sort of experience here. Blissey coming online, looking like they picked a soft build, but the eggs were not enough for the onslaught of Legends Reappear here. And here comes Chi-Chi taking that feint attack straight. But look at that, Muse burst damage. That boost attack's gonna knock them out of the park.
Yes, knocked them out of the park. Indeed, they have been sent home, knocked out. But thankfully, earlier on, they only have the short amount of cooldowns. We do have the Urshifu hiding in that tall grass, going into ambush challenge there. But thankfully, the coaching on the Blissey did save them from getting knocked out.
Wait, did I just see correctly, Keller? Was that a Rapid Strike Urshifu?
It is a Rapid Strike Urshifu, that is correct.
Something different. I think we expected a little bit because they do need that sustain on the side of LDR here. So here we go, EXO Clan with a huge Solar Beam to take out a lot of the Swablues, but both teams are looking quite good to begin with. We do have a level 7 Scyther on the side of EXO Clan, and we thought it was going to be a Sizzle, but they've actually opted for a Scyther.
True, that is a really good point. I actually thought they were going to go with the Sizzle, but I guess they kind of want that speedy bug more online than the tanky bug instead. And look at that, they were able to get some members knocked down, able to empty out some Aegis energy, and now EXO Clan have taken the lead with those points.
Yeah, and I think picking Scyther was a very smart move indeed for EXO here, because they know that their opponents are quite squishy. And
yes.
Scyther does so much burst.
I was going to say, speaking of squishy, Zoroark is the squishy one that it does have to be careful zipping in and out. We do have DC having to retreat back away from those draining kisses from the Sylveon there. I must say, this is an absolute scramble of a second match through.
Yeah, definitely very aggressive at the start here for EXO. They managed to break the top zone in the top path here, which gives them that huge level lead to begin with before this basement Reggie is contested.
Yes, well, the objectives has fallen. Nobody has touched them yet. You do have that Singer being popped out there from Liz, seeing if they can catch out that slow bro there. But finally, Regirock is receiving some love from this Urshifu and the Decidueye there. But Zavi just throwing those fists around, able to not even knock down anything. But you know what? Zoroark was still able to slash and dash and get the secure on the Regirock.
Was that a graveyard secure there? Because I swear Zoroark went down or something like that before it united. I'm not too sure, but they did the job. They got that Reggie for Legends Reappear here, which is going to put them back in the game, especially having a level 9 Urshifu with their Unite move ready to go.
Yes, not only the Urshifu, but they also have that Wigglytuff Unite move. They now have that Knock Knock on hand as well. We do have a Jebba just sitting on a pad here, making sure not to let any back caps go on in EXO. They want to hold the points lead. It is a points game after all, Fu.
Yeah, absolutely. Whoever scores the most at the end will be able to take home this game in terms of a win here. And look at that, both teams just looking to do some of that neutral wild Pokemon, getting that levels up, possibly just waiting for all the Unite moves to come up for a proper team fight here. And yet again, seems like no love for that Regieleki up in the top half.
No, and you know what? I guess the fact is it can be stopped. It can be shut down. I think for the moment, these teams, they just want to. I mean, even then, there isn't very much wild Pokemon on the side anyway. It's all bare bones. So it's just waiting for those picks, those moments. Patience is a virtue, after as they say.
Yeah, patience is definitely a virtue here. They are looking to maybe wait for a Pokemon on each team to get, out of space. Look at the eggs from the Bemco here, looking to get some sort of vision. They might have had an inkling that someone was hiding in the tall grass over there. And look at that. Possibly a minute of no action here. I think there's definitely a little bit of nerves on both ends, isn't it? This is the grand finals after all, Kello.
Look, I feel like they brought us so much action within that first 5 minutes. They're probably exhausted and are like, let's give these casters a breather, right?
Yeah, they're definitely thinking about us in the grand finals indeed. And here comes the Unite move trade here from the Sylveon against the Urshifu. Urshifu will come out on top. Here comes Zabi yet again. And look at this. What a perfect setup to get a massive overlap up top. Because it was only Sylveon on the side of Exo that was on top. Meanwhile, LDR is also looking to push the bottom goal zone of Exo as well, or just making space to try to get this Regirock in there. Big Unite move coming out from the Wigglytuff, but it was not enough. It was Scyther at the end of the day that was able to secure that for Exo.
Look, Zoroark might be able to slash and dash that first objective, but Scyther is like, I can do exactly the same. But we do have a Regieleki being secured up in that top path. And is that going to walk on in?
Oh!
It does, food.
It actually just walks in for free. But I'm not sure whether Legends Reappear will be able to actually make it to the other side of the map here to take advantage of that. But that definitely puts a little bit more pressure on side of Exo here. Now, I think if you remember the bracket, LDR is the only team that has actually taken the game off Exo. Exo has been so good throughout the finals today and yesterday as well. So this definitely is showing that LDR has the potential. The points lead isn't that much on the side of Exo.
Oh, 100%. They have the potential. They have shown it to us time and time again, but are they able to keep up their momentum? It's 250 points to 169. We only have less than a minute until that final stretch. Looking at the levels though, we have a level 13 Scyther on the side of Exo Clan. I feel like it's a little bit more even on the side of Legends Reappear. Zoroark has actually reached their level 13 as well.
Yeah, LDR definitely sharing the wild Pokemons maybe a little bit more. But, if Scyther is getting these knockouts, I'm pretty sure Exo Clan has no problem for it being the highest level on their team.
No, it definitely wants to be able to have those plus movements on hand before this final stretch. We have 20 seconds left for not much wild Pokemon hand, but I think they're just gathering. Exo Clan are actually getting very early positioning here.
Yeah, I think it's really good on the side of Exo to get that map control early on, especially for this fight. Now, they want this game because that puts them 2-0 up against LDR here. Meanwhile, LDR also having that position ready. They might have more of a retractor statement, but here comes Slowbro though, finding that Urshifu in the tall grass, able to just scramble out just in case they get knocked out here. Here comes the Hoover Portal, so reliable, bringing teammates back in an instant here. And look at that, Zoroark. I know it says 2 Scythers up there, but Don't be fooled here, ladies and gentlemen. That is a Zoroark up in the top lane, waiting for Buster to make a move here. And here comes Hooper just to check up. Hey, are you good?
It's like, are you the real one?
Are you the real one?
But look at that.
Oh
we do have the Zoroark giving up their illusion there and trying to scope out where that Scyther was sitting in that top L-bush. Once again, LDR, they're waiting to make a move. They are actually going in a little bit earlier than before to make sure and possibly secure this Rayquaza. But here we go through. Here is the action we have been waiting for. The Unite moves are on hand. Wigglytuff wasn't able to sing and ends up getting sent to sleep. Instead, Zoroark ends up getting caught out by the slow beam, but was able to make an escape. We have DC just popping out. That is Spirit Shackles no more. And Scyther has a KO streak of 3.
Oh my god, Scyther absolutely wiping 3 players on the side of LDR out of the playing field here, but also they also lost some, I guess, members on their side too, so it's actually going to be a reset for this fight, I think. Oh no, but maybe Chi-Chi says, I think this is an opportunity to do this Rayquaza here. It's only Slowbro and Sylveon on that side to actually do anything. Someone needs to keep this Scyther at bay. Scyther's very low, Wigglytuff doing so much, but it is going to be so close. I can't see the HP of Rayquaza. Oh my god, it's actually going to go on the side of Legends Reappear!
Flip it, rip it, Zip it. They have locked it in the bag once again. Scoring shields are in hand. They're going in, getting those hundo burgers. 269. I believe it's another Hunji. And hello, Fu, LDR. They have done it once again.
LDR, I think you should rename your name to Last Minute Master right here. They are literally waiting for us to clutch to the edge of our seat till the very last moment. They are literally scoring, fellow, when the 10-second timer is counting down.
Yeah.
How are they getting away with it? Now, it is a best of 5, but this game is nonetheless as important as the one before. And I think I have bad news for you, Kello. It seems our buddy Delphox will be banned again.
I guess the free the Delphox weren't enough. They didn't hear our call.
Another just have to cast a bit louder.
That has been shut down and will not be able to make a call is that Lapras once again.
Yeah, and I think what we'll expect probably coming out from Liz is maybe securing the Slowbro. No, they've given up the Slowbro for that Urshifu. Now, I completely agree, because after Xavi's performance last game, why would you want to give this to the opposition team? But it does allow Benko and Jeb to get that Slowbro and Hooper combo, taking away from LDR.
Look, and it just shows how important that supporters and those defenders are. Now, it'll be interesting to see whether Xavi does end up opting for that Rapid Strike Urshifu or whether it'll opt for the Single Strike Urshifu. It does have the potential to keep Exo Clan on their toes.
Yeah, it definitely does, and here comes LDR as well, locking in 2 supporters. We've got the Wigglytuff and the Blissey coming out. Now, we did see that Wigglytuff is more of that tanky side of things for LDR. Meanwhile, we've got Alola Ninetales back at it again with Ethos on that Decidueye. So, a very interesting 2 picks for both teams.
Look, 2 blobs are better than 1, right? We have the Wigglytuff and the Blissey eggs. Possibly, once again, we do have the Zoroark being picked up on the side of Legends Reappear. We have seen, Zoroark is kind of in that mid-range in terms of being picked, but another one that I feel like doesn't get picked at all much is that Venusaur.
Yeah, it's that Venusaur indeed, and with that Slick Spoon and Wise Glasses and Eject Button, you can't help but think that this is probably going to be a Solar Beam Venusaur, which is going to be very good as long as the teammates can keep any engagement coming out from maybe that Buzzwole that Buster has chosen to dive that backline there. So Buzzwole, another Pokemon that we haven't seen too often. It was picked up a couple of times in the games, but Buster does play a very mean Buzzwole, so I'm keen to see how they use that against the Urshifu of LDR.
That is a really good point. It's going to have to really be up in your face, but it's definitely going to have to get those early stacks on that attack weight early on.
So excited. Here we go, though, and it looks like the little Cubfu will be going to the central area here on the side of Legends Reappear. Now, we've seen that Jigglypuff in the bottom lane, and now we're going to have a Bulbasaur to go along with it. And also, look at that, Hooper going back to get that red buff as well. Clinical performance by ExoClan, giving that red buff to that Hooper. And here comes the slap and the punch coming out from the puzzle against the Chansey. That gives them the opportunity for Zoroark to get that incredible stack, to get those attack damage up with the attack weight up top.
Look, I feel it's Chansey. It might be a small pink blob here, but it is not scared of that giant buff mosquito, as it is just handing out those pounds, those slaps.
Yeah, I think Legends Reappear definitely packed a bug repellent here. They're not scared of the Buzzwole at all, but maybe they should be. Oh, look at that! Did you see? Chi-Chi says, you know what, you're Buzzwole. I can pretend to be Buzzwole too. A bit of cosplay coming out from Legends Reappear. Meanwhile, at the bottom though, Jigglypuff still looking to get that evolution to Wigglytuff, but will be able to knock out by the Alola Ninetales.
Yes,
now, this could cause a little bit of trouble, eh?
Yes, that is the first knockout of the match, the Jigglypuff. I feel like it's been the first one every single time thus far, but we do have a little bit of action here up in that top half. We have the Zoroark just zipping and dashing backwards and forwards, trying to get some KOs, also get in those much needed attack weight stacks.
Yeah, Urshifu and Zoroark are 2 Pokemons that become so incredibly hard to go against if they reach that level 5 early, and I think that's something that Legends Reappear did so well this game, to get that Zoroark online, to get that Urshifu online, and there's not much you can really do against those teammates at the start of the game.
No, exactly. 74 to 0 points. I feel like EXO, they are in a little bit of a pickle because a few members of them were stacking as well. The Buzzwole and the Decidueye. But all the meantime, we do have those Swablues and Ulterior being taken down within a blink. They are gone.
I know EXO Clan has been so good in this championship, Kello, but have you ever seen them score nothing for the first 2 minutes of the game? I don't think I've ever seen that. And looks like Legends Reappear really are just sending a message saying, you guys might be the Titans, but we are named the Titan Takedowners. That did not sound too good.
The Titan takedowners. Well, we'll have to see if they're able to live up to that name because there is still quite the mountain to climb. As we've seen, anything can happen in these 10-minute matches. But once again, Swablues and Ulteriors gone within a blink. But up in the top lane, we do have that hyperspace hole sending 2 members of EXO Clan back home. Buzzwole trying to get a pick here. It ended up missing their move. But Chi-Chi, they are going in, trying to stab them in the back. But no, once again, the hyperspace hole just denying them from those KOs.
Yeah, denying them indeed. And at the bottom path here, we've got the Reggie Rock being chipped down by DC over there. They're trying their best. Now, they are level 7 now, which means they have their Solar Beam, but they probably still need a little bit of help from their team to really take down this Reggie Rock. They are saving that Solar Beam for that secure. Look at that. Fantastic. They were able to take that away from the Spirit Shackle of the Decidueye.
And that is actually really huge for Legendary Reappear because now we have 2 level 9s on the side of them. We do have a Blissey that has reached their level 8. It has its Unite move to help its allies whenever it's needed. Decidueye does have its Unite move, but I think the rest of EXO Clan, they're going to have to catch on up. But look at this. Chi-Chi going into enemy territory here. Ooh, ends up getting caught out by the avalanche of challenge there.
Oh my god!
Out the Buzzwole along with it.
I'm speechless right now, Keller. The Blissey flew across the entire map there to save that Zorok, and somehow Chi-Chi stays in the playing field here, even after that engagement with the Alola Ninetales and the Buzzwole. Now, if you're on the side of EXO, you must be quivering right now. How did they let that Pokemon get away?
Yeah, it's not a hot sweat in terms of things are getting spicy. I feel like it's that cold sweat, that nervous sweat that EXO Clan must be feeling right now, considering that Legendary Reappear, they have locked down another objective. It is left on 14, so it is only a 6 overcap. This is actually really good for the side of EXO because it does mean they have those Indeedis on the side of their map. But look at this, Legends Reappear, they are not giving up, going and dunking in their tier 2 pad. All the meantime, Jigglypuff is trying to just defend this goal, but it is no match to that Slowbro and Decidueye matchup.
Yeah, they do leave it on that spicy 1 score in that goal zone at the bottom. So that could actually set up for a really good overcap for the for Team EXO down here. But at the basement, Reggie will be spawning in about 10 seconds. So far, I am so impressed, Kello, by Legends Reappear's ability to stay so aggressive. Oh, but here comes some scores from EXO though. Maybe to even up a little bit. There's still a 100 points gap between these teams.
Look, nonetheless, even though it was only a little dunk, that is a stack for Buster. I feel like they have very minimal stacks this game. And in order to be a big, powerful swole bug, you want to get those attack weight stacks in. We do have the Registeel being leashed, being reset. We do have members hiding out in the tall glass as those birds do appear. But here we go. Zarvi ends up getting caught out by the slow bee, gets finished off by Buster. They want their revenge.
Yeah, look at that. Buster ejecting. They really want to take this away from them. But Zorak able to secure that Registeel at the bottom, denying EXO from any damage buffs and also the experience gain. But this might actually be in the favor of EXO if they can take the Wiggly and Venusaur down.
Yeah, but no, Wiggly and Venusaur, they are not looking to take this fight at all. Instead, back on up, choose your battles, which is smart. Ninetales is able to take down the Blissey. Funnily enough, they haven't actually gone in for the dunk. It is left on 39, so it would have only been a 1 overcap. So, good job for Challenge, for doing some quick math there.
Good job for Challenge indeed, but that just doesn't stop the Zorak from taking them down though. Buster trying the best, but Zorak is just too good. Zorak at a level 12, oh my god. A huge arrow coming in from Decidueye. We're going to take them down, giving them level 12 as well. Now, you can see the whole entire top path is naked on the side of EXO. This gives Legends Reappear the ability to push this Regieleki in if they do manage to score this. So that's probably why EXO has sent up at least 2 of their members, maybe 3 now, to try to take this away from them.
Yes, I think they do not want to try and deny this Regieleki because the longer that EXO clan wait, the potential for it to be taken down later and, you know, be a threat closer to the Rayquaza. But I guess because Regieleki was super duper low, Legends Reappear did finish it on up. They are going to apply some pressure because EXO clan, they need to answer to this Regieleki from marching on down.
Yeah, they definitely do. And look at that. Hooper's Hyperspace Highway only manages to put them from the base goal to that tier 1 goal of the bottom part here. And so much pressure is putting on by the Blissey and the Wiggly, protecting that Venusaur so that it can fire those beams in the back line. Yes, they say that, you know, EXO, you have your arrows, but I have a green beam that can take down 1, 2, 3 members of your team.
Yes, that is insane. We have 5 seconds left here until the final stretch. Legends Reappear. They do have the lead this time round. So they actually don't need to lie in waiting. Instead, they are going for a flick.
This is incredible scenes. Did you have your watch on, Kello? Because they just took down Rayquaza in like 7 seconds, not giving EXO even a breathing space to actually counter their shred at all. And here goes 70. Here goes Undervow for Wiggly.
They have just taken away EXO's win condition there. I mean, obviously, the thing is there is still 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the clock, but 522 to 140 points. EXO, they are definitely going to have to make one final push. We do have Buster being able to dunk in a small dunk there, making to 200 points. But look at this. We still have some Rayquaza shields on hand. They are retreating back to base and preparing their defenses.
Yes, so I think they might have listened to us, Kello, when we said they should probably sub that Rayquaza fight a bit early on, but they definitely did it in probably record time in this broadcast that we've seen today. And yes, you're right, there is a minute to go for EXO to come back here, but it is a huge ask for them to try to dunk more than 400 points in order to take this game from them. But it's looking like with 45 seconds to go, this might be a very, very hard task to do with the Wigglytuff Unite coming up, cleansing the entire team. And I think Legends Reappear can actually give up this goal zone. They don't actually need to fight here.
No, they don't need to fight, but they do not want to give it up at all. We have the Solar Beam Venusaur here to just go and knock down the Hooper. You know what? That would have been one very powerful Unite move if it did come on hand, but look at this. Chi-Chi going in and just nailing the nail in the coffin.
Oh my god, that's got to add insult to injury there with another 50 without the Rayquaza shield being 100 after that double points. Legends Reappear really just sending a message right now.
Yeah, they are sending a message indeed. Oh my goodness. These matches are insane for Legends Reappear. They know that a spot to Worlds is on the line. Will they give up? Will they bring it to us? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I feel like they're going to end up yoinking each other's Pokemon once again.
Yeah, they definitely might bring up more mirrors from the games before. But look at that. I had hope when Jeb was on that Snorlax ban for a possible different ban coming for EXO, but they seem to be adamant that they do not want to deal with a Delphox.
Even
about
Zavi, yeah. He's hanging over it. He wants it. Give it to Zavi.
Zavi is saying, you know what? You've seen my resume. I've played Urshifu incredibly good today. Just give me Delphox. But EXO says, you know what? I'll put up with your Delphox, but it could be a mistake with LDR being 2-1 right now. However, with the same Lapras ban, we will see Jeb picking up that Slowbro for their team.
No, and it makes sense. This is Jeb's bread and butter. I feel like Jeb has been an incredible defender this far. They have definitely showcased their skills there. But you know what? Zavi, once again, on the Urshifu, they want to get that Kung Fu Bear into action along with that Magician of a Hooper.
Yeah, I feel like Zavi is saying, you know what, I can't play Delphox, but if I can keep winning these matches with Urshifu, I'll put up with it. You know, special attackers, I can play, physical attackers. It doesn't matter what Pokemon you give it to me, I'm going to roll your world. And speaking of Pokemons that are incredibly good right now, we have Ethos back on that Zoroark.
Yeah, not trying to give that to Chi-Chi at all. As I said, when these pick ban phases come and then they switch sides, you definitely, if you cannot ban it, you need to lock it in for yourselves. But interestingly enough, we do have Chi-Chi securing themselves a Blastoise and lives once again on that Wigglytuff. As I said, they want to make their dreams come true.
Oh my god, a new Pokemon entering the fray of the competitive scene today? It is gonna be Buster on that Aegislash. Now, it is a very good Pokemon, I think, in order to slice and dice the competition. However, maybe for the first time, EXO is running only one defender here.
Look, I know that Overlord last year was dubbed the Lord of the Sword. But the question is, can Buster possibly steal that title? But one exciting Pokemon that I absolutely love to see is this Chandelure. What do you think about it?
Yeah, Chandelure, definitely one of my favorites right now to go into that central area, maybe even just rotating into it after the first few minutes. It's because of the move Imprison. Now, if they do choose the move Imprison, Kello, imprisons the opposing Pokemon from using any of their moves. They're only locked into auto attacks. Now, for a Pokemon like Zoroark, that is a nightmare to deal with.
Oh, definitely a nightmare.
And I'm just hoping they bring it along, because I don't know about you, Kello, I want to cast as many matches for this OC Regional Championships as possible.
Definitely indeed, but here we go. Game 4, EXO Clan going up against Legends Reappear for the grand finals. We have a solo sword going up into that top path as that Gossifleur locks down that red buff for themselves.
Yeah, Buster definitely looking to maybe get in some attack weight stacks as early as possible before the onslaught of the Hooper and the Squirtle goes into it. And now they're going to head back here. Meanwhile, the Squirtle looking to get stacks of their own as well. So it's going to be the first one engagement up top. Hooper might be in a bit of trouble here, but the X speed is just too fast. And they steal that Citrus Berry from the side of EXO.
Yeah, the Magician, the passive that Hooper has to just yoink those berries away, heal on up, have a snack. You know what? I think everybody needs a snack at this point because this match is, these matches are really long.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry in some of these matches, but I'm definitely very, very ready to grab a snack whenever I can. But before that, it is going to be this first engagement up on top. It's going to be a 3v3 in this scenario. Oh my god, the feint attack on Ethos managed just to wipe out that OCP from the playing field. That's a 2 KO streak. Ethos says, it's my time to shine now. I've had enough of you guys playing Zoroark. It is my turn.
Look, the thing is, we did mention that EXO, they were bringing the aggression, and I feel like they are funneling that aggression once again. This is what they need. They need to get that early level lead. They need to get those stacks in. They are so important.
Yeah, I'm sure EXO reassessed last game and realized that they might have played a little bit too passive earlier game. So it is, like you said, very good to see them playing a little bit more aggro here. Now here comes the middle Altarias and Swablues. Look at everyone just collapsing onto it now. It seems like it's only Slowbro and maybe the Solar Beam coming from you to try to take out some of these Altarias in the middle. But yet again, we have that level 7 Urshifu online so early, Kello, in this fight.
Yeah, but you mentioned a level 7 Urshifu. Hello? We have a level 7 Aegislash and a level 7 Zoroark on the side of EXO Clan. So that is something we definitely have to watch out for.
Yeah, definitely. Now, I'm interested to see just before what Aegislash's moveset is, because they can go Sacred Sword and Wide Guard, or they can go with the Shadow Claw set. Looks like it's going to be the Wide Guard and Sacred Sword. That's going to slice and dice the competition here. They're pushing for a little bit more. The birds are back up. Look at that. Ethos able to clear that so quickly, and it's going to be a 3v2 up top. It looks like EXO is saying, you know what, I think we're going to prioritize the bottom part more.
Yes, but thankfully, Legends Reappear, they do have that hyperspace highway open and up, but nobody ended up taking it as they do have 3 members of LDR pushing up against this solo Zoroark. Are they able to defend it by themselves? We do have a full heal being popped there, making sure that they do not get stunned down. We do have some backup coming in here from the Aegislash and the Elder Boss, but it does allow LDR to possibly have the space to secure down this Regieleki. EXO Clan are going and taking taking in some dunks. It is a points game after all. They're going to prioritize that red here. Like, can we get a steal? No, Jeb unfortunately wasn't able to steal that away from the secure of the Ishifu.
Yeah, it's interesting though, because today all we've seen is teammates coming down to do that, prioritize that basement Reggie. But in that fight, it seems like Legends Reappear try to change up the game and look to break the EXO there, but actually when not in their favor, because now they not only lose that top goal, they have to defend against this Regieleki. Even though they got the bottom one, it may not be enough. Here comes some engagement here though. Oh my god, slicing dicing is Buster looking to take down this Chandelier. Chandelier still trying to stay up. Coup de Grace comes in, tries to take down. Chandelier is still alive, I don't know how, and I think Ethos might be a little bit of trouble here. Pops the Sing on Wigglytuff, trying to take it off. That's going to be a huge overheat coming out from Chandelier. We're going to take them out, and it's Buster trying the best to stay alive with the wide guard, but I don't think they can. Yes, they can, they say. They get out safely.
Oh, Lord of the Sword, possibly. I mean, they are showing some incredible skill right now, handling it. But look at this. We do have a firefighter, Blastos on up to cool us down.
Cool us down indeed. I definitely define my handkerchief because this game is making me sweat, Keller. But looking at the points here, Exocline does have the lead as expected from their normal gameplay here. But level-wise, it's actually quite close.
It is actually very close. 2 level 10s on the side of LDR. We do have 3 level 10s on the side of ExoClan. But one thing we definitely have to note is that Hooper. It does have its Unite move. The rings are bound to teleport its members whenever necessary. 17 seconds left to go until that second objective does spawn.
Now, I do want to point out as well that Blastoise has actually opted to go for a Surf moveset instead of the Water Spout. Oh my god, we quickly pan to Ethos taking down the Hooper, and that's going to spell trouble because Hooper is not going to be down there to help put the teammates down. And here comes a little bit of a chip from LDR looking to do this Rage Store as quick as possible. Beam is a little bit early here. Oh my god, Mew might be able to take it down, but no. It is the trustworthy Surf Hydro Pump Blastoise that gets the secure on it, and they're going to be chasing down this sword. Buster goes down, and it's only a poor little Mew to stop any sort of attack here. No, here comes Ethos. Big Unite move. Chunks down a whole bit of HP on Team Legends Reappear, but it is just overwhelming at the bottom here, and that's going to give them a chance to break that bottom bar.
Move over, Mr. Sandman. Wigglytuff is here to bring these dreams, and you bet it's the cutest thing we have ever seen. It is just singing these opponents to sleep and allowing LDR to get these KOs and take down that tier 1 pad.
Yeah, it was that important for them to break that bottom goal. This gives them more of a point, I guess, closes the gap for the points difference that there is. Now, there's a little bit of a Mew and Wigglytuff engagement. I don't really think this is going to go too much. Both of them are just trying to get as much wild Pokemon as possible in the central area. Now, Regieleki back on the board for both teams. Are we going to see teams rotating up towards, or are we all going to prepare for that Rayquaza fight?
Well, the thing is, 141 points to 122. As we have mentioned, it is a points game. Regieleki, the ability to go in that goal and get in those automatic dunks is going to be huge. But we do have a Shifu in the front line that does get taken down. We have Zoroark just slashing and dashing, once again just showing the power that this Fox can bring.
Yeah, there's not a lot of stun potential on the side of Legends Reappear if they avoid that Wigglytuff Sing. So that really allows Ethos to go in and out. Oh my god, that could be a little bit of a paid actor from the Swablu, stopping that Wiggly from dunking that 40. No, it was successful. Very good dunk. But it just means that they will lose that Regieleki on that top half.
Altaria, a paid actor? I thought it was only the Australians that were the paid actors there. So maybe that Altaria is Australian. But
must be Aussie.
A Reg Ice that has spawned in that bot path. It does look like EXO. They are putting all of their marbles into this bag. They want to secure it. It is going to give them that slight HP buff there and heal them up gradually as that Rayquaza does spawn.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a very close fight here. Both teams only differing by around 21 points here. Are we going to see the LDR Classic of waiting till the last minute, Keller? Or are we going to see an engagement, an initiation from the EXO clan?
Well, the thing is, they do have the lead here, so they only have to defend. But look at this. We do have Zora getting caught out by Chi Chi there. It was able to zip on out and is going to teleport back to base, get some healing before it enters back in. We do have the Mew boosted attack starting Ray, angering the beast as he throws down those rocks.
And here we go, look at that, with that Hooper, Rings Unbound coming out. I think this is the LDR special, taking out so much CC on them. They're looking to take down this Slowbro. Slowbro trying to stay up in the fight by uniting the Wigglytuff. Oh my god, that's going to be 1 down, 4 on the side of EXO here. Another 1 down on the EXO. That's 3 down on the side of EXO. And looks like LDR is about to take this Rayquaza. It is only up to Buster and the Mew to try to flip this Rayquaza in their favor.
Oh my gosh, I must say this is a huge moment for LDR. This is their chance to take it to a bracket reset. Are they able to get the secure? Yes, they do. They have those scoring shields. They need to rush to those pads. Just widen that gap even further through. There is still obviously 45 seconds left on the clock, but EXO, they need to defend at first.
I might need to go to the orthodontist because my jaw is absolutely missing right now. Someone needs to reconstruct it because LDR has pulled off another miracle under their, I guess, their players, because how they get away with that. That was just honestly so marvelous to see. As soon as the Hooper unites there, it just stun locked 3 people of 3 members of the EXO clan there, and the rest of Legends Reappear just went in and completely knocked them out.
They definitely knocked them out with only 8 seconds left to go. We do have Eldegoss and me trying to make a last-minute effort. But you know what? We have the Chandler and the Urshifu here to answer the call and not let any goals in.
This was absolutely unbelievable because this means LDR takes the first matchup 3-1. This is why I'm so excited to have a broadcast, because of stuff like this. But we're gonna go straight into this grand final reset. Now, for those folks at home that just joined us as well, this is the final best of 5. This matchup.
Wait. Do we get we get a Delphox? Do we get a Delphox? I think we may get a Delphox. Urshifu and Lapras have been banned.
You're right. They've changed plans. All the rules are out the window, Kello. EXO has actually decided, you know what, Zavi, you can take your Delphox, and we don't want to deal with your Urshifu anymore. That is an incredible observation. Thank you for bringing this up. But on the side of EXO, they will be able to lock in both the Slowbro and the Blastoise as well. So 2 very good defenders on their side, along with challenge on the Mew.
Yes, definitely 2 great defenders. We know Blastoise can be that defender or even act as an attacker. But on the side of LDR, Liz locking in their Wigglytuff, I must say they have really showcased their skills on... They have put on a show with those things.
Yeah, 100%, and I think these teams just show us how good they are in terms of not only the gameplay, but also the mind games in the pick phase. You can see that Chi-Chi locking that Buzzwole so that Buster can't have it, right? Zavi getting that Delphox immediately because Urshifu is banned, and DC looking to take that Sylveon away from Team EXO as well.
Yeah, I must say these are very interesting picks from both sides. I don't think... Was it Chi-Chi that picked up the Buzzwole earlier? No, I think it might have been EXO, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Buster on the Buzzwole, so this is gonna be interesting to see. I don't think we've watched too much Chi-Chi on the Buzzwole, but if it's any if it's like any other Pokemon they play, I'm sure it's gonna be fantastic. Now, don't forget, Buzzwole able to pick up opponents and slam them into other opponents. That's gonna be a sight to see for sure.
I think it's not only the ability to pick up the opponents and slam them down, but it's also the ability to pick up that wild Pokemon and possibly get some KOs there. It's kind of comedic in a sense, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Here we go. So during the break as well, I was told that Titan Slayer is probably a better name than Titan Takedowners. So I'm just going to go with that. It is going to be EXO Clan against LDR here. And look at this. For the first time today, I think we get to see Zavi on that Fennekin in the central area. What a sight for us.
Yes, but the thing is, I feel like there is a lot of pressure there for them to deliver. I feel like we've held very, very high hopes for them. But you can see that DC is getting zoned on back by that Mew Electro Ball, having to get some healing. But the power of the Buzzwole to just put this pressure on the Squirtle. Now, look, I know for you obviously have that Squirtle pin, so you want to see Buster succeed, right?
Yeah, 100%. I put on the pin for Buster. That's exactly why I have a Squirtle pin today. And here we go on the bottom path. Both the Slowpoke and the Jigglypuff looking to get that early evolution as soon as possible. It seems like the central laner for EXO, the Dartrix, will be heading down into that bot path. Meanwhile, we have the Braixen hiding in the tall grass for the Altaris to spawn to help out with that engagement.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a split push here. Those birds are getting taken down in both paths, gone within a blink of an eye. Funnily enough, it is 0-all on the board, so no stacks at all.
Yeah, that's a great observation, actually. Looks like, I don't know whether it's nerves or a change of plans, but teams are playing a little bit safer here. No one really going for dunk. Everyone wants those ball Pokemons on their side just to get that level. But here comes an possible engagement here. Looks like Chi-Chi is looking to be a little bit aggressive here. Sylveon just managed not to score that goal, but they will be able to be saved by the Hooper. Yes, they will. And here comes Sylveon back very healthy. And Buzzwole is left to scramble to maintain their level lead.
I must say, I absolutely love seeing a Mystical Fire draining his Sylveon. It is the more tankier build of the two because it is able to get that healing back from that draining kiss. So you can definitely expect DC to be up there in the front lines with the Buzzwole and the Wigglytuff.
Yeah, definitely. And with each Mystical Fire, it also has a bit of lifesteal as well in terms of a spell vamp.
Oh.
So that's going to keep them alive as well.
Wait,
down the
my
bottom
mistake, Fu. It's actually Calm Mind,
Oh!
Sylveon. Yeah.
Well, that's going to increase the damage for sure then. So they're looking to pack a punch with every Mystical Fire hitting them. Now, don't forget as well, Calm Mind Plus, allowing them to negate one of the damage coming out from the moves on the opposing team. Meanwhile, at the bottom, we do have Wigglytuff online now as well. Buzzwole, looking to make a statement against this Wartortle, but that's going to be pushed out. Oh my god,
What?
The arrow from the other side of the map nearly taking down 3 teammates.
The power of the hyperspace hole to just send all 3 of them back, come back full HP, and take on these birds. We were talking about timing, and I think that timing was absolutely impeccable.
Yeah, it was definitely a very well timed hyperspace hole. Talking about Pokemons that have just been spawning in the bot lane, it's going to be a Regirock here. Mew looking to start to chip it down with its Electro Ball, but it really might not be enough on the onslaught of both the Wigglytuff and the Sylveon. Wow, what an enticing kill on that Mew on that Sylveon there. That leaves enough time for EXO Clan to maybe make their way down to the bot path, with Regirock being leashed and now full HP as well. It all depends what Zavi with the Delphox level 9 can do with their Unite move at the bottom here, Kello.
Yes, while we are talking about Zavi with their Unite move, we did have that knock-off coming out from Ethos to just try and create some space. But look at that, the Fantical Fireworks locking in the Regirock for Legends Reappear. They are definitely heating on up, bringing those Mystical Fires.
Yeah, definitely. Look at that Mystical Fire duo there between the Sylveon and the Delphox, looking to just make so much space and possibly break that bottom goal. Slowbro here says, no, actually. Jeb says, oh, no, this is not where you want to be. I'm going to try to surf you out of here. And it looks like both teams are just backing away now, getting some wild Pokemon. No, they're looking to dump a little bit more at the bottom here. Wartortle still up top, looking to evolve to Blastoise. They have opted for that surf again, fellow, which means we're not going to see a Spinstoise, if I'm correct.
The thing is, Bemco is actually running special attack specs for, so it definitely wanted to get in that 11 dunk. It was obviously trying with all of its might. It ended up getting it taken in, but Zavi is caught all alone here. Is Eldegoss going to be that Elder Boss to take it down? It does!
Elder Boss indeed, and that's going to give them level 10 and has that Unite move as well for this push, but it's going to be a tough ask for a Wartortle and an Eldegoss to do anything here without their backliners Mew and Decidueye to do something about it. Hyperspace Highway brings people at the bottom to defend against that Slowbro, but I think the action's going to be up top here for this Regieleki.
Yes, the action is what we are all waiting to see. We have Liz here hiding in that tall grass, waiting for the perfect opportunity to go in with the Sing. Sylveon here is here with some backup, calming that mind before going in for the engage.
Look at that, Elder Goss taking down the Delphox before looking for more, but we'll be able to knock out in the central area of Legends Reappear here. There's a numbers advantage on the side of LDR. They're going to look to shred this as quickly as possible. It is only up to Ethos to try to steal this from the team LDR here, but I don't think they can without... Oh. Yes, the Mew! Out of nowhere, we were so focused on Ethos here that the Mew comes out of nowhere and takes that away from LDR.
Oh my gosh, it is the legendary Pokemon after all. The ability to just snipe on through, also get a KO with that boosted attack. But look at that, Ethos with a 2 KO streak. There we go, a third.
Wow, Ethos remembering what they did against the other team beforehand, looking for that 3 KO. Well done at the bottom lane as well. So, I guess as a refresh when we meet that 3 minutes 40 mark, we've got level 12 Delphox, even though they only have scored 8 points.
Yeah, it's 150 lead that EXO have right now, but we do have those rings bound coming out from the Hooper to just teleport these members down here. Once again, we have wild Pokemon flying up about with that Buzzwole. Blastoise trying to get into the back line, but we do have those Spirit Shackles also coming out, trying to get picked, but the slow beam to stop Sylveon. It ends up getting knocked down. Vertical Fireworks placed perfectly to just create some space here. Elder Boss once again at it, getting a 2 KO streak, but its reign is over.
Oh, here comes Chi-Chi though with that KO streak of 2. Now, it seems like to be more of an even fight. However, I did see a Blastoise and a Slowbro unite around the 3-minute mark. Now, the question stands here, Kilo, is whether they will actually be able to get it back for the Rayquaza fight.
Well, that is actually a good point because Buster doesn't have energy amp on hand, so it will take that little bit longer for its unite move to come back up. Zavi, on the other hand, does have that energy amp. They are amping it up. They want to get as many unite moves out as possible.
Oh, absolutely. I think Zavi also will be looking to get that level 13 as well on the Delphox in preparation for this Rayquaza fight. This is the first game of the Grand Final reset, and both teams want this so bad.
They definitely want this so bad. You can see that EXO, they are possibly clenching their teeth right now, not knowing what Legends Reappear are going to do. Sometimes they wait to the last minute. Sometimes they go in with the Shredder, but it looks like they are going to wait and not go in with the shred as they hide in the tall grass.
Yeah, I think Legends Reappear really needs to take down this Mew and Decidueye if they want to stand a chance. Meanwhile, they need to protect Zavi from any engagement coming out from EXO. So it's going to be a tough ask for both. Sylveon has to pop the Unite to save themselves, but is it enough? Yes, they managed to get out. Hooper, Rings Unbound, comes out, tries to make so much space for the team, locking out the Decidueye from coming to center. But is anyone even doing Rayquaza? Is the space wasted here from the Hooper? Because they're going to turn back into a normal Hooper right now. And yeah, we're back to a reset here. No one has really knocked out anyone on both sides.
Can I just say the restraint that these two teams are demonstrating to us right now, even though they did go in for a bit of an engage, they didn't expel all of their Unite moves. They are waiting for that second engagement. The Solar Beam from the Mew almost got LDR there, but they were able to escape it by going through that hyperspace hole.
Yeah, but don't forget, this is up to Legends Reappear to make a move once again. We've seen it time and time before. It just depends on when they call. Yep, team, let's start the rip on the Rayquaza. It might be now, Kello. It looks like Delphox and Buzzwole maybe to look at an impact here. Big beam coming out of Mew. Oh my god, Slow Beam picks off the Delphox. Oh, he ejects to get out of the way. What a fantastic play by Zavi here. They know they're the most important players to be kept alive in this fight. Fancy Firework comes out. Everyone is solo. A massive beam coming out of Mew. We're going to knock out 2. There is only Wigglytuff left on Team Legends Reappear to do anything. And that's going to be a team-wide from the side of LDR for EXO and then Eldegoss, a supporter Pokemon, getting the KO streak of 3.
We said it before. LD Boss is coming. They are here to play and demonstrate. Look, I may be a supporter, but I can also bring in the damage. Scoring shields in hand. We have EXO Clan making their way towards that home pad. So many highlights during that match, Fu.
Oh my god, supporter reigns supreme. It is all up to LDR in terms of whether they can take down EXO to send themselves to Japan, or if EXO takes down LDR, Icon might have a chance. But without, further ado, here comes the game number 2 of the grand final reset here. And, yeah, Urshifu ban again.
Look, Urshifu ban again. We see Zavi also hovering over that Delphox. So I think they might end up locking it in straight away as their first pick.
Yeah, definitely would be a smart move here, though. There we go, Zavi on that Delphox. I mean, they might be just warming up. They've been playing physical attackers all day, Kello, so maybe just takes the game, and we might see Zavi absolutely pop up in this game. Meanwhile, on the side of EXO, though, we've got that classic, dynamic between the Hooper and the Slowbro here. Oh, wait, challenge. Maybe considering something else here, Buster will be able to come in and lock in that last choice.
Look, the double defender, it has worked well for them last game, so why not lock it in once again? We do have Icy once again securing themselves that Hooper DC on the mute, so going to have such poke from that backline.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think I'm surprised that EXO hasn't really prioritized Hooper at all. They've just let Legends Reappear get away with getting Hooper for most of the part. Now, I think from just watching and casting these games, it seems to be like Hooper is the main, I guess, initiate in terms of a lot of the team fights, especially at the Rayquaza. So maybe EXO understands this and will just wait out the Rings Unbound like they did last game, wait out the duration and then go for the refight and then win that refight. Speaking of other Pokemons though, we got Chi-Chi now on the Aegislash.
No way. We already had one sword being picked up earlier on. I believe it was by Buster. And now
Yes.
Chi-Chi is bringing it to the table. Possibly, once again. It's pretty much, today's just been games where players are just showing each other, they can play it better or something like that.
Do you think they put Pokemon names in a hat and then draw it out one by one? That's why we're seeing the exact same Pokemon. I don't know what's happening behind the scenes, but I'm sure Chi-Chi will put up a great fight as an Aegislash. But interestingly though, there is no attack wave.
Anything can happen. It all comes down to how that first 8 minutes goes, whether they're able to get those levels, whether they're able to get that points lead. But time will tell as we do begin game 2 of the bracket reset for the regional finals in the OC region. Here we go, another solo sword up in the top path.
Yeah, look at that. They're not going in for the stacks. They're looking to just secure this away from them. But Buster says, actually, my Squirtle secure is better than yours. I'm going to round this Bunnelby and in order to get that for myself. Meanwhile, at the bottom, Sylveon already level 4, looking to push into that Mew and Jigglypuff. Now, something great about evolutions, I think, is that they come online so early on. All they need is a level 4. And look, it gives the ability for Eldegoss, who also evolves at level 4, to take that red buff and, apply a lot of pressure in the top half.
Now, this is the same old song and dance that we saw previous game. We have that Braxton heading up into the top path. We have 3 members of EXO Clan down in the bot path. Challenge waiting in that tall grass for those Swablues and Alteria to spawn. I predict these are going to be gone within a flash.
Absolutely, but looks like both teams are looking for more of an engagement here. Wigglytuff on half HP, still in the fight. Mew doing very well just to stay in the back line. Meanwhile, it seems like Buster is potentially going to be able to secure this for a 5. No, they won't. It won't tick them over. Meanwhile, we already have a Doublade online as well. Look at this. What is this collapse of EXO Clan on the side of LDR here? They're just demolishing that red buff and they're just going to back away because they're so healthy.
Look, EXO Clan are just trying to show Legends Reappear who is boss, who is the LD boss, alongside that aggression from that Sylveon that we have seen time and time again from Challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, I'm a very big fan of invasion strategies against an opposition that may not have the best communication privileges here. So that definitely disrupts the gameplay a little bit. They do want to keep Zavi at bay. They don't want a level 11 Delphox with that resetting Mystical Fire to come online too early.
Early bird gets the worm there. Ethos was the only one there in time for those Swablues and Alteria, leeching them to a level 7. So very close to their Unite moves. We still have a little bit of time until those objectives do spawn though.
Yeah, I think probably the goal of LDR here is to get Xavi on that level 9 at least, to get that Unite move ready to go. And here comes Eldegoss looking to dunk some in, but that gets taken out by the dual blade up top, and all the bursts just go out in a second at the bottom. I think LDR got most of that soaking up in, and look at that, level 8 Delphox about to hit that level 9. Unless the Sylveon challenge has something to say about it here.
Well, look, 3 members of LDR are here to answer to that call of the Sylveon. They do pop their XP to try and get away. Are they going to get cut off by that Hooper? Grab themselves 1 berry, 2 berry, and look at that. They end up getting away by the skin of their teeth.
And it also allowed Buster to get that Wartortle evolution, as well as getting that level 7, which means they will have their second move ready to go. Meanwhile, at the bottom though, Legends Reappear will be able to take out that basement Reggie and dunk a massive 40 at the bottom as well. Potentially more if they take out the Elder God. Oh my god, here comes Jeb, the only person able to defend this goal zone. I don't think they're going to be able to do it, because that goes another 30 by the Wigglytuff, but the goal zone is still up with 10 remaining.
Yes, 10 remaining. We do have that Starlight Recital to just give some shields to their allies and themselves. They are backing away from this fight now that Exo Clan are there to defend it.
Yeah, it's definitely a very close game here. I know that LDR has that level lead on Delphox, but both teams still have both the tier 1 goal zones up. So, it might be a game of overcaps here. Oh my god, Bemko might be caught out in a bit of trouble here. Gets sliced and diced by Chi-Chi on that sword up top. And we still don't have a Blastoise though, but I'm sure they're working on it. Big stuff to come through. Oh my god, the Hooper portal yet again, saving Chi-Chi away from any trouble. They do come back though. Chi-Chi is playing so aggressive right now.
Yes, but you know what? You've just got to answer aggression with aggression, right? Challenge has been up in their face, up in their territory, and Chi-Chi is like, well, I can do the same because I am a sword. But we do have a Reggie Alecki being chunked on down. The Aegis Slash is able to secure it. Hooper does go home, and the boosted orders are just putting the pressure on that Eldegoss. Oh.
Yeah, here comes that Delphox Unite move again. So good to see Siege goes on here. Challenge not able to do too much from the backline with this Mystical Fire. Hooper keeps sending people back, but there might be a defense opportunity here if the sword cannot slice and dice. Oh, but yes, they can though. That's a 1 KO. But Buster coming in to save the day. Look at how close the Regieleki is going in. Buster's Water Gun and Tiger combo able to stop that from going in.
Knock, knock, knock. Let me in, says the Regieleki. But no. It didn't
end
up opening the door. It ended up getting shut down. All the meantime, we do have a Reggie Steel that has popped on up. We have 2 members of Exo Clan here. And thankfully, with that Hyperspace Highway, Xavi is also here to possibly get some KOs. But no, Slow Beam ends up catching him out. Another Starlight Recital to just provide some shield to that team. Liz is just being such a great tag in the front line, but unfortunately ends up getting knocked down. We do have the Rings Unbound to apply some pressure onto Exo Clan here, as the rest of Legends Reappear are trying to take down this Reggie Steel, but it's getting leashed on out.
Yeah, Xavi's so good with the Unite move, just playing it on cooldown here. And I think something great that Chi did was when Xavi was caught by that slow beam, it was able to slice and dice and stun any Pokemon looking to take Xavi down. And Xavi looking very healthy right now. They might be looking for another push here, depending on whether they think they can take Jab down over here. Eldegoss is back to help. Here comes Buster as well. Oh my god, Mew is dunking on top. Oh, big Unite from Buster, but I think they will be chunked down by that Mystical Fire of Xavi. Xavi so good on that Delphox. And look at that, whether it's pushing a goal or defending, they are not missing the Mystical Fires at all.
They are not missing a beat at all, as they are moving around with those Flame Fire Charge, Mystical Fire combos. But I must say, you definitely hit a gold mine up in that top path. Did you see how much Aeos energy was lying around on that ground?
Yeah, Mew definitely won the lottery up top. I think it just had a great time. It was just like, hey, you know, you guys can deal with bottom. Xavi, you got it right. I'm just dunk it. Get the MVP for scoring. I'm good up top. Don't worry about me. And there we go. A huge pick on Eldegoss as well on top. I must say, though, LDR looking very strong. I know they didn't win that last game, but they come back swinging in the second game.
Oh, they are swinging indeed, and very, very strong, because Xavi is at a hefty level 14, Fu.
Holy moly. And it's not even the 2-minute mark yet. This is why Xavi is one of the best Delphox players of the OC regions, ladies and gentlemen. And they're putting on a show right now. They also managed to get that Regieleki as well. So, approaching this raid fight, hello, it seems like LDR definitely has that advantage. But, oh my god, EXO, they do manage to pick up that Wigglytuff though. Will they be able to come back in time?
Well, they do have some time to make it on back, and especially because they do have that Hooper. The Ring's Unbound to teleport all of your team members into one spot. But we do have a fight that is setting up early here. There is no hiding in the tall grass today. But look at that. We do have a KO on the sword. They are out of action for now as members are scrambling around trying to see what their next moves are going to be.
Now, the good news for LDR is that the slow beam was actually used on the sword and not the Delphox here. Here comes Rings Unbound from the Hooper, looking to stun and initiate the fight for them. Big serve engagement, making some space. Blasto knocks up 2 people up. Are they hitting the Rayquaza? I cannot see, but Delphox is still very healthy. Eldegoss looking to take down Delphox here. Big beam by the Mew. Oh my god, Rayquaza with half HP. They're taking teammates of EXO down one by one.
My
That's
gosh.
another one down. That's going to be a team fight. Big time players make big time plays on the side of LDR. What a secure.
No flippin' way. They just went and flipped that Ray, got a team waifu, secured themselves some shields, and they have just taken away EXOCLAN's win condition here. 602 to 88 points. EXOCLAN, they have a mountain to climb. I don't know if they're going to be able to reach that peak though.
Yeah, it's definitely a huge mountain right now. Look at that, especially with another 3 KOs on the side of LDR on EXOCLAN here. It's over, I think, if I can say that, because they're scoring another 42, another 44, and another 2 by Chi-Chi at the bottom. It just goes to show. Hello, Xavi on the Delphox, Chi-Chi on the sword. That's a duo that we need to see more often.
That is definitely a duo we need to see more often. Once again, it is pretty much a team white. Eldegoss has given up. They are just going to wait in base. There's only 11 seconds left on the clock at the moment. You just want to pad those stats, get in as many points as possible as you can. Pop some Unite moves while you're at it. They have just sealed the deal for the second game of the bracket reset for LDR have reappeared.
My heart is beating so hard right now. What an commanding lead. Let's go into the ban phase though for this game number 3. Now the question is, right, hello, are they going to ban Urshifu? Are they going to ban Delphox? Or are they going to ban neither?
Whoa, double defender ban here. Lapras and Slowbro. We have seen, obviously, Jeb on the Slowbro make their mark. But I think for them to actually go and decide to ban it, I'm interested to see what Jeb picks up this time round. We do have Buster locking in that Urshifu. The bear is set free. But once again, Delphox, it hasn't been banned on out. So LDR, they're going to lock that Pokemon down for themselves.
Yeah, I think this is actually really good for LDR. They did a really smart ban on the Lapras here because that's 2 of the best defenders out of the play. And we know Legends Reappear, they don't really need defenders in their gameplay, right? They can win without it. Whereas EXOCLAN has been known to maybe run more than often 2 defenders on their team. But this really, I guess, whittles it down to how many defenders you can actually play on the side of EXO. They do lock in that Snorlax and the Mew. Meanwhile, we've seen time and time again a Liz on that Wigglytuff as well, and Icy picking up that Hooper for their team.
Boo. Because Slowbro was out, Snorlax, if I know Jeb well enough, we might end up seeing a potential invade here. Maybe.
I know it's not a Greedent, but it is an invade, and it could be good enough. But we also have Ethos considering the Zoroark into that team. Now, there is a Wigglytuff, but they do also have Benko on that Blissey, which, like you said before, has that ability to either use the Safeguard moveset or the Softball Egg to either heal or cleanse their teammates from any stuns.
Yes, cleanse their teammates, but look at that. Chi-Chi on the Aegis Slash once again. I must say they definitely demonstrated their power on this Excalibur of a sword. Not stacking once again on the side of Legends Reappear. We do have Buster and Ethos who do have those attack weight stacks. and Bemco as well with the special attack specs. So a little bit more riskier for the side of ExoClan. It's all about the early game for this team.
Yeah, talking about the items as well, we can see Chi-Chi actually rocking a potion here. Now, potion is one of those items that is not too common in the competitive scene, but I can understand where Chi-Chi is coming from because they don't really have that conventional tank.
But look at this, we do have Jeb. I'm waiting to see if they're going to go in for an invade. But we were talking about bringing things to the table. Look at that snazzy Chef Holloware.
Yeah, Jeb is definitely cooking with that outfit here. They've got the XP share, looking to enable that Mew to get that level 5 as soon as possible. We've seen time and time again that Rowlet at the bottom as well. Meanwhile, we got Chi-Chi and the Hooper up top looking to disrupt play here. Maybe they'll be able to pick off this Zorak, which is trying to get their stacks. That would be a great start for LDR here. They do manage to pick off it, and it's just a poor Chansey trying to XP away. Can they get out of here? The focus ban allows them to.
Well, shut them down early. As we said, those stacks are very pivotal for the side of ExoClan. LDR, they can at least play it a little bit more safe. They do not need to int for stacks, but as we have a look in that top half, Hooper trying to get the yoink with the Astonish, but it was the Blissey that did get the secure and has now evolved.
Yeah, and here comes the Urshifu though. Buster looking to really do some mad damage with the Wicker Blow here. Takes down most of that Swablu, but this also allows the Honedge to evolve to Duplay, and they're going to have a 1v1 at all. And no, here comes Ethos though, looking to maybe get a pick off. He's so low, and the Hooper Portal not managed to pick him off. So they're going to stay safe, and I think on the side of EXO, they actually won that top engagement by taking off that weekly top.
Look, the thing is, they are safe for now. And that is the important thing, is they're able to go back and get those buffs, get that experience, because at the moment, the levels, LDR are ahead of EXO, I think. Woo,
yeah, they definitely are.
Oh,
yeah.
Let's say that.
Yeah, it always seems to happen when we cast these things, isn't it? But with experience now spawning in the middle in the form of Swablu and Taria, all the teams are collapsing on this big solar beam coming from Mew. I think Mew is a fantastic Pokemon just to get these wild Pokemons low for the team. But that gives Zavi level 7 after taking down that Altaria. So that means they will be able to have that Flame Charge combo with their Mystic Fire.
Yes, definitely. That enables them to schmoove around, but another schmoove in movement is that hyperspace hole to send 2 members of Legends Reappear into this bottom path to take on those who hide in the tall grass.
Yeah, hiding in the tall grass are 3 members of ExoClan looking just to wait this Altaria spawn out here. Meanwhile, there are 2 members of ExoClan on top looking to go up against a Doublade and a Hooper. Oh my god, what a engagement by the Doublade, but managed to get out. I think they want to become Aegis now before they fight. Meanwhile, at the bottom though, Ethos getting a huge KO streak of 2 and stacks as well, to be honest.
Yes, as we have said, stacks are important. We do have Buster there, or Ethos there, trying to get their level 9 as the objectives have spawned. No Unite moves on the side of either teams just of yet. But once again, you would just say the power of the Wicked Blow. Charge it up, punch him down. Zavi is out of action for now.
Yeah, definitely EXO going back to its roots with the Wicked Blow. They managed to secure a lot of objectives with this Pokemon. And look at that, a huge 30 overcap at the bottom. That's going to break it really early on. And Hooper only able to use its hyper space highway for just the top half and the second tier. So that's going to leave the Regirock uncontested for EXO. They're going to get that buff. They're going to get some valuable experience. But talking about experience though, Delphox now level 9.
Yes, level 9, but the Airborne Fist does come on out and shut that sword down. They began that Regieleki, but Shifu, they're like, no, this is mine. I will secure it. A close Spirit Shackle there from the Decidueye, but you know what? It's a little bit of a battle of who's the better securer here.
Yeah, really, it all comes down to this, doesn't it? Here comes a big heavy slam by Jeb. Jeb is so good to isolate the opposition for the team to take it down, and I think Zavi has some work to do here to take down this Regieleki. Look at Chi-Chi though, right back at you, he says, and slices and dices the Chef Snorlax out of the way. Big Unite from Ethos, we're going to take down the sword as well. And look at this, pressure is still on. Regieleki is on 1 HP. They do manage to take it down, but that gives them enough time. Oh, Ethos cooking something huge with that big KO, but gives them enough time to score and break that top goal.
Look, I know we said that Chi-Chi there was slicing and dicing, but I feel like Ethos just won that cook-off.
They definitely did. I think both teams are looking to see who can, I guess, make the best meal for the for us casters here. And it seems like EXO definitely has the lead in terms of points and also levels.
I know, a huge level 12 on the side of that Zora arc. That is actually massive, especially at the 4-minute and 45-second mark.
I completely agree. And it's just, these games are just so close, right? One game, LDR is up, you know, in front and aggressive at the start of a game. Now it's EXO's turn. It just all depends how teams play. If they are at a disadvantage, how they can come back and claw the momentum their way.
Well, that's the thing. There are comeback mechanics in the game, right? You do have those objectives that you could contest. You also have the wild Pokemon that do spawn when those those tier 1 pads get broken. But let's put a pause on that as we have some action happening here in the bot path. Reggie Ice just ended up getting deleted, secured by the Delphox, and now the pressure is on LDR as EXO. They're trying to answer back and possibly get some revenge.
Yeah, both teams looking quite healthy here. No knockouts yet. Oh my god, Sword here. Urshifu managed to take down Aegis Slash. Oh, big Blissey system on Zora, keeping them healthy. They're up to look at trying to take down this Wigglytuff, but then they're like, ooh, there is the Decidueye in the backline. Maybe that is not the smartest thing. But I think in the terms of LDR here, they really made so much space. Actually didn't have a chance to get that bottom Reggie.
No. Well, that's the thing. I feel like even though Legends Reappear did secure that basement Reggie, I think the fact that EXO-Clan were able to get some KOs, they were able to at least even up the experience points there. But on the note of points, 226 to 58 points currently in favor of EXO-Clan.
Yes, absolutely. But we've seen LDR come back from this. I think they really enjoy I guess not enjoy being on the back foot, but they dealt with being on the back foot so many times that it is not something new for them, and they know if they stick together in that final fight, they can take this back, just like they took this Blissey out of the playing field for a little bit, sending it back to Blaze. That is going to be a very good pick, because it gives the Aegis Slash level 12.
Ooh, look at Ethos hiding in that tall grass, ends up getting shut down by Xavi. And you can definitely see why this Pokemon was banned time and time again.
Yeah, that's gonna tick them over to 13 as well. So it might be the mistake on Ethos to actually push that Delphox there. But with 30 seconds to go and no love for the Regieleki, I'm interested to see which strat EXO comes up here for that Rayquaza fight. Are they gonna even try to do this Regieleki, or are they gonna prioritize setting up for that Rayquaza fight?
Look, I think before we do go into that Rayquaza fight, we were talking about comebacks. Legends Reappear, they have actually caught up in experience here. The field is pretty even as we move into this final stretch.
Indeed, but the points are still differing here. EXO does have a nearly 160 points gap on top of them. So LDR yet again in the same position, looking to make a move here. But if I know anything, they're going to be waiting for Icy to start the Rings Unbound in order to start the engagement. They're just poking because they know, you know, I can just dip back home. I'll come back in no time.
Look, poke the bear, as they say. But the one bear up in that top path there, Urshifu is not getting poked at.
No, indeed, it's not. And we've got Chi-Chi as well in the top path. I'm not sure whether Urshifu actually saw them. Maybe they just gave some vision without meaning to. And look at that. Oh my god, Xavi in a lot of trouble right now. That is a massive bean. But unfortunately, no one on EXO-Clan could actually take advantage of that opportunity. It's about to hit a minute. The clock is ticking, Kello. LDR needs to make something, and here we go. Hooper Unite starts it off for Team LDR here. Big heavy slam. The Unite move of Delphox come through. They're going to try to pick off the defender, which is the Snorlax. There we go. That's one down for EXO here. Legends Reappear looking to do even more. But Ethos has something else to say about it, though. Blissey Unite on it to keep them so alive. Oh my god, Ethos gets 1. Ethos gets 2. Ethos gets 3. Ethos gets 4. And will Ethos get 5? Yes, they will!
Oh my gosh, Fu, you can count! But that is a 5 KO streak, a team wipe on the sides of Legends Reappear. this is ExoClan's moment to secure themselves some Rayquaza shields, make their way to the pad, and just broaden that gap in points even further.
Holy moly. Oh my god. Is that an unofficial KO streak of 6? Hello? Does it count? Somebody let me know.
Well, it counts in our books, right?
And that's what matters. And look at that. With the timer ticking down, this seems like unarguably a win for Exo here in this third match, which is going to bring them 2-1. But Ethos, Penta on Decidueye, a KO streak of 5 on Zorak. Are they just going through the Pokemon and seeing what they can do? Are they limit testing in the regional championships?
Well, here we go, Fu. Once again, something we are familiar with is this ban phase. We don't actually know what is going to be locked on in. We see Pokemon being hovered over. LDR look to be securing in a Lapras ban. Ooh, this is a first, I think. A Hooper ban this time round.
Yeah, I think finally they're looking to stop Legends Reappear from using that, portals that Hooper can provide here. And, oh, that is so interesting, isn't it? I was just going to say, what is Xavi going to pick? Because they do have that first pick and that choice between Delphox and Urshifu. But it seems like Xavi is going back to the physical attack this time. It is time to bring back the Urshifu.
Yes, but the thing is, will ExoClan steal the Delphox away from Xavi? Or are they just not going to see any Delphox at all? But we do have new being picked up. Once again, the trusty defender that Slowbro is, especially in the hands of Jeb. They are looking to, catch LDR out.
Wait. How did Legends Reappear get away with picking both Urshifu and Delphox here, Kello? It seems like EXO just said, you know what, I know I've been banning Urshifu, I know I've been banning Delphox, but you know what, for this fourth game, you can have both of them. We've got this with Clefable.
Yes, I absolutely love this pick. Clefable is another supporter that we don't really see very often, but whether it is going to go that gravity, moonlight healing, the ability to just heal up your team, especially when you have Hooper out for the count. You want to be able to heal up your members all together, but we do have Chi-Chi picking up that Sylveon Liz once again on that Wigglytuff. But hello, the muscles are here. They are definitely going to be kissing those biceps, Buster.
Yeah, Buster locking in that Machamp here. I was just going to say, on the point of healing as well, we do know that Delphox's Unite is an anti-heal, so I think that's going to cause some trouble for Bemco on that Clefable, because if they are using Moonlight, which is a very common move, that's going to be just shut down straight away. They're not going to be able to heal anybody on the team if Delphox just says, here you go, here's some fireworks, no healing for you. But here is the focus. Look at this. We have a Fennekin in the top path there. They're letting the Kupfu get that level 5 early from going to the central area. Now, I'm keen to see there how Fennekin fends off against the Machop of a Buster.
Look, I feel like they're probably just going to play it safe here. Buster trying to get in those early stacks, as you would expect. You want to, pump those weights and get big and strong early on.
Yeah, definitely. I think Machop is looking for those stacks up top. And Fennekin actually secured that Bundle B in the middle there, giving them much needed experience as well. But they need to be careful though. Fennekin doesn't really have a way to get out. So Chansey definitely needs to babysit this until they evolve into a Delphox.
Yes, babysit indeed. And you know who else is another babysitter? This Sylveon too, this Jigglypuff. As they do put the pressure on, DC is able to successfully unload their Aeos energy into that tier 1 pad. Points are really close, but Jeb is now a Slowbro.
Yeah, being a Slowbro is so crucial down there against a Jigglypuff that hasn't evolved. That gives them the ability to soak up some of the experience, just like what is happening up top. But here comes Urshifu though, looking to make a difference. Big Eject has to get out there because Buster was looking like it was going to knock him out.
Yes, definitely play it safe. You do not want to give any early KOs as of yet. The levels are fairly even. We still have a Jigglypuff that hasn't evolved. Oh, wait, there we go. Once again, it's the curse. Talk about it and it happens.
It's the caster's curse indeed. And both teams are here just looking to wait for any wild Pokemons to come as well. But it is good to see Pokemons that evolve early on like level 4. They've all gotten online now. It's going to be quite a fair fight in the middle here. Oh my god, this Blissey is because someone needs to pay this Blissey. They're keeping this Urshifu in the playing field a lot of the time, saving them from any trouble coming in from that Machoke.
Well, you know what they could pay that Blissey with? A share of 20,000 buckaroonies.
Absolutely. And with that being said as well, both teams looking to soak up the middle Ataris here, but here comes Machoke. And I think one thing like a Machoke or a Machamp player can do is to jump in front of that Delphox and stun them and potentially knocking them out.
Yes, look, you can throw Fist, Urshifu, but I can also throw Fist too, as we do have that Machoke trying to defend, but there's some Aeos energy left on the floor, allowing Chi-Chi to get in some extra attack weight stats.
Yeah, absolutely, and I hope both teams have gotten some stacks in, because the bottom Reggie is about to spawn here. Now here comes the Birds, big Slowbro looking to try to take out as many as possible. It's quite an even fight at the bottom, I would have to say. Now, Delphox not level 9 yet. They do have level 7, which is good enough, because they were in the top path, but we're still waiting for someone to reach that level 9 on the side of EXO.
Now, the thing is, there is no Hooper on the field, so everybody actually has to use their legs to make it on down into the top half if they do want to secure this basement Reggie, which is a Reg Ice. Wait a minute, that is a Fire Spin food.
That is a great observation. Yes, it is indeed a Fire Spin. That's going to cause a lot of trouble, I think, for EXO if they can't get out of that stun lock here. Meanwhile, both teams looking to chip down this Regice here. Who will be able to get it? Let's see. We've got Ethos ready with the arrow, probably with the Mew as well. And it's anyone's Regice right now. It is going to go on the side of EXO Clan. Now, speaking about the Delphox Fire Spin as well, this might be good to stop, I guess, the Machamp, sorry, from doing anything to the Delphox, because, you know, they're spinning around in their circle and not being able to go anywhere.
No, exactly. Definitely just the crowd control that the Fire Spin does provide, considering, you know, on the side of EXO, they don't really have much to answer to that, since none of them are actually running full heals.
No, they're not, and that's an incredible pick out as well. I think EXO's just waiting for Buster to hit that level 9. He's playing a little bit aggressive here, looking to go back. But I think he really just wants to evolve here. He really wants to grow those 2 other arms. And there we go, standing mighty and tall is Buster on a Machamp now, ready with his Unite move.
Look, 4 muscles are better than 2. Right? So you definitely want to grow big and strong, pump up that attack weight, waiting in that tall grass for a pick here. The Spirit Shackles are coming on out, trying to chunk out some damage, but Liz wasn't able to put that Clefable to sleep there.
No, they weren't, and Fire's been looking to chase down Bemco on the Clefairy. I think it's so funny when players run away from the Fire Spin. It's like, no, don't get me, please!
No, it's definitely such a pain to be spun around. You do not want to get caught out in it, because it just opens up the possibilities to get KO'd. But another thing that might get KO'd very, very soon is this Reggie Alecki, the Secret 6 member, but Barrage Blow has been activated. We do have the Machamp going into the backline, but it wasn't able to make any hits at all. But the trusty Decidueye Spirit Shackles has secured themselves another objective.
Yeah, it was kind of a waste of that Machamp Unite move, but it did create enough time and space for that Decidueye to shred it down, and now Legends Reappear have to do something about that Regieleki on top. Meanwhile, the basement Reggie has spawned now, and it's only up to Chi-Chi, sorry, at the bottom here to look at maybe defending the goal from this, didn't get to see, from defending that goal zone at the bottom.
Yes, Reggie Alecki is up there trying to apply that pressure, and it's delaying from Legends Reappear to use their legs to walk on down to this bottom objective. At the moment, they are just playing for time. There's less than 2 minutes left to go until that final stretch.
Yeah, the most important 2 minutes probably for both of these teams here. It is definitely a Lettuce Day, because people are needing to walk down here. Blissey's still up top though. Delphox is in the middle, maybe in a little bit of trouble here. We don't really get to see, but here comes Wigglytuff and Urshifu looking to try to shred down the bottom Reggie here. Clefable doing very well to delay the Delphox from coming down. It's saying, no sir, you don't have the ticket to the Regice here. Please don't come down, because my team are about to get this Regice.
Oh, I don't know, it's at half HP. We have Buster here who's on super duper low, but ends up popping their Barrage Blow to take down the Delphox, but Sylveon was able to trade it off. Slowbeam does catch up the Urshifu is able to get on out and uses the Ebon Fist to take down the Securer for ExoClan, the Decidueye. Whoa, the fly! Where did the Clefable go? It went up into the air and landed down.
Yeah, Clefable definitely getting a great gotcha move there from the Wonder Witch getting fly and just, you know, sprouted wings or something and went up in the air. But that's going to be a great secure for ExoClan at the bottom here. With 44 seconds to go from the final stretch, both teams are probably just looking to take down as much wild Pokemon as possible, getting as much level as possible. I know Delphox probably wants that level 13 along with that Urshifu.
Yes, that's the thing. At level 13, they do have both of their plus moves on hand. Just the power spikes that you get at level 13 for a lot of these Pokemon is pretty decent. We do have a Decidueye, though, that has reached that level 13. So I feel like these Spirit Shackles, they are going to be quite the problem for Legends.
Yeah, quite the problem indeed. And look at this. It's very uncharacteristic, I think, of Legends actually pushing a little bit at the start of this raid fight. They're not really in position here. They're all just clumped up together. But maybe they're just looking for a rip here. Maybe they're saying, you know what? This is the fourth game of the Grand Finals reset. I'm going to see who gets the Rayquaza. Let's just flip this. Let's see what happens. Big Evan Fist coming out. Takes out the Decidueye. That is massive. But it's going to be
Oh my gosh, Drew. Look. I feel like Legends Reappear, they really do keep us on our toes. Sometimes they wait, sometimes they rip. We saw another rip. They risked it for the biscuit. Well, the Eos biscuit. I guess the cookie. But they managed to get themselves those Ray Shields. It's 400 points to 13, Foo. Hello, are we going to get a round 5 situation here? Obviously, there's still a minute left to go, but you can just see the Sylveon pushing on through, along with the Delphox just widening that gap even further.
The smile on my face is so wide right now. I can't believe it. Legends Reappear really putting up a clinical show as our Rayquaza fight. Sometimes the best thing can do is flip, but I do have to say though, they didn't just blindly flip that Rayquaza. That Urshifu did not look to secure. They went actually to unite the Decidueye because Decidueye is the biggest secure apart from Mew on the opposition team. So they actually took out Ethos there, meaning that Ethos had no arrows for the raid, and Xavi on that Delphox. So reliable as we've seen, secured it for them.
Well, 30 seconds left. We see ExoClan trying to scramble around, possibly get in some last-minute dunks, but even then, looking at the points that they have on hand, I don't think there's enough. We do have a Liz, their moment to shine once again with that Starlight Recital to provide shields to their teams as they get a few more KOs.
Yeah, I think the fire spin was definitely a good pick as well. Look at that spinning like a fable around. It's like that song, right? You spin my head.
Right round.
I just like, you know, a breath of fresh air, different moveset, and it really just paid the way here because Legends Reappear, they do get the 4th game on their under their belt. It is going to go to a 5th, and look at that, with a 708 to a 13.
Yes, well, I don't know. It's going to definitely be a tough mountain to climb through as we head on into the final Peekaboo phase. Hello? Excuse me? Decidueye? Knock, knock. It is out of action. It is gone. I must say, this is a very, very surprising pick.
Yeah, this is definitely very interesting. It seems like they might have thought Decidueye is more of a problem. Maybe they're scared that Legends Reappear will flip that Rayquaza again, and they don't want the easiest secure Pokemon in the game because they are taking that Urshifu. But that also gives Xavi the Delphox back and also DC the Mew.
Yes, it does give a DC the Mew, stealing it away from Challenge there. Looks like Jeb is going to lock in their bread and butter on the Slowbro, but you know what? This does mean Hooper is here to play once again.
Yeah, it's be interesting to see whether LDR actually chooses a defender for this. It seems like they are opting for that Blastoise. Or maybe not. Let's see. I would love to see a Dodrio. No, they're really waiting for the last few seconds to show us. It's going to be Chi-Chi back on that Zoroark. Now, on paper though, 1 Blissey and 3 squishy Pokemons, they might need a little bit of a tanky pick for Liz at the end. Meanwhile, we've got Ethos and Challenge considering which Pokemon to pick here. It is going to be...
No way. Do we get to see a Chandelure and a Dodrio on the same team?
We do indeed, and I don't think there's a lot of Pokemon that can stop this Dodrio apart from the possibility of a Sing Wigglytuff.
Yes, Sing Wigglytuff or possibly a Fire Spin Delphox.
Yeah, that will be pretty cool. I think, like you said, that is a good counting into that Dodrio. But Dodrio also has two movesets, right? They have that Drill Peck, but they also have Tri-Attack, which really lets them get out of a lot of the stuns and lockdown potential provided by LDR here. So, I love it. It's a breath of fresh air with that Dodrio. We haven't really seen it too much. This could be it. And they have to throw everything in here. It's just the final game, Killer.
They are throwing all of their eggs into this basket right now. They see the light at the end of the tunnel. The question is, who is going to reach it first?
Yeah, also the bragging rights as well. They can probably literally see it at the end of the tunnel, as you say, as both teams are engaging now in that early game. We got Dodrio looking to get some attack weight stacks in. We got Zoroark, in the jungle or the central area of Legends Reappear here. Now, I am keen to see how each team pans out here in terms of the lane or the path that they choose for that initial attack. We have a Litwick at the bottom here. I think you're very excited to see Chandelure in this game. I hope that they can get online early.
I think it's, definitely going to be interesting to see. We've seen matches where they have brought the aggression. We've seen matches where they've been a little bit more passive, but we do have some successful dunks here coming in from the Mew and the Wigglytuff there. None of them are stacking. It's just getting those points up and running.
Yeah, don't forget, Exoclan does have that Booper as well, so Legends Reappear definitely would like to break as many goal zones as possible. Meanwhile, on top, a huge Wicked Blow coming out from Exoclan will be able to take down most of those Swablues as well. And yeah, it seems like teams, they might be nervous, but they are playing very aggressive.
Look, I think they are not the only ones that are nervous. I'm nervous, Fu. I feel like everybody that is rooting for these teams right now are nervous. But we do have 3 heads on that bird. It is looking for some prey. Is it going to be able to eat today?
Oh my god, look at that DC trying to disrupt play by invading, but that might have cost them here. They might be in a little bit of trouble against a challenge on that Dodrio, but Blissey, so good time and time again to keep their teammates in the playing field here on Thea Sky Ruins, just so that, you know, they're healthy. And like you said, with all the eggs that Blissey can provide, this might be the pivotal moment.
Yes, but you do not want to scramble those eggs. Maybe they want to fry them. I do not know. All I know is that they are soft-boiled at the moment, providing some heals wherever it is needed. Zoroark did just use their illusion. That is a fake Urshifu.
I wonder whether we'll get a sneak. Actually, I was surprised that I was gonna say I don't remember having an Urshifu on Legends Reappear there, so it actually took me a little bit. We're gonna be careful, especially if you're on the side of Exoclan here, just in case you see an Urshifu in your backline. It might not be your teammate.
No, it definitely the wrong game here. It's not Among Us. It's Pokemon Unite. But here we go. We do have a little bit of an engage here, trying to secure that experience for themselves. We do have a level 8 Delphox on the side of Legends Reappear, but slashing and dashing once again, able to knock down that Urshifu before going back into the hyperspace hole.
Yeah, the fact that Zoroark was able to knock out that Urshifu means that not only is Delphox level 8, they're also level 8 as well. So definitely a very aggressive start coming out from Legends Reappear. It's very good to see, I think, if you're part of their team, because they have that advantage here. And it looks like Chandelure is looking to chip down this Regice. Here comes the fanciful fireworks. That's going to make so much space down here. It's only up to the Urshifu to do anything, but it just melts in that fanciful firework.
Oh, they are bringing the fireworks indeed, and these are the fireworks that you want to see at the end of the match. But I must say, that placement there, just to the side of the Regice, to just, you know, damage Exoclan and get the secure was beautiful. All the meantime, the pressure is still up in that top path. We have Zoroark dunking in 40, dunking in some more, trying to get those attack weight stacks in.
Yeah, and I think when you compare the central laner of both EXO and Legends Reappear, it really paints a picture for this match right now. We have that Urshifu, only that level 8 right now, with Chandelier level 9, but a level 10 Delphox and a level 10 Zora. You have to be excited if you're on the side of LDR here, because they've done so well to get those early knockouts, to get those wild Pokemon, to gain that level lead, and they have to keep a grip on this if they want to win this game.
Well, that's the thing. Yes, they do have to keep a grip because it is still early days here. We can see the Chandelier there were trying to just pump out those overheats with all of their might. Hooper here, surprise, peekaboo. No, you are not getting any more dunks. I do not want you to break this goal because I want to be able to utilize it and teleport up and down.
Yeah, and look at this. Urshifu trying to pick out this Zora kill. Oh my god, Zora survives with 1 HP, managed to take out challenge. Meanwhile, Delphox will take out that Chandelier as well. I think a way to really describe this match is between two very good cooks, right? Like you said, both having fire moves here. Big Unite coming out from Zorak. Will be able to take down the Urshifu once again, and Hooper is left scrambling. They do not have the Unite move here, Kello. They cannot summon the team here.
Look at that, 32 overcap on the top half for the sides of Legends Reappear, 227 to 25, and now Legends, they have the space to secure this Regieleki. All the meantime, we do have EXO making sure to soak up all of those Indidis on the side that is going to give them the experience they need to catch on up.
Yeah, something on the back of EXO Clan's mind is probably, was it a worthwhile idea giving both Zorak and Delphox to Xavi and Chi-Chi here, because they're really on a roll together with the dynamic duo with support from the Wigglytuff as well. And look at that, they just do Regi so quickly. Slowbro tried to come in, Urshifu was there. Yes, it's Wicked Boy Urshifu, but if they're not at the objective, Kello, they can't secure it at all.
No, exactly. I must say, Legends, they are looking mighty powerful right now, but we know there are some comeback mechanics to the game, so it isn't over yet. The Rings Unbound has popped on out. It looks like EXO-Clan, they want to take this top tier 1 pad. We do have the telekinesis chucking Blissey up in the air, but it is still up, trying to heal up their members as they deal out that damage. Once again, the Starlight Recital comes on out, providing some much needed shielding for LDR, and look at that. LDR do not get taken down at all. They have not missed a beat.
Yeah, EXO Clan trying to claw back the momentum, but Legends Reappear just says, no, this is my game to win. It's been 6 minutes of absolute map control from us, and we are not giving this up. No way. We won that prize money. We won the bragging rights. We won that ticket to Yokohama, Japan, Kello.
Yes, they definitely do want that ticket to Yokohama, Japan, because the matter of the fact is, if EXO win, that means they go and iClan go. But you know what? Less than a minute to go till that final stretch. I'll be interested to see which strategy Legends Reappear are going to use this time round.
Yeah, definitely. And look at that, a 200 points lead ahead of EXO Clans here. For once again, EXO Clan could be on the back foot here. They need a miracle right now, Kello, to turn this around. But with their Quasar spawning in less than 30 seconds as well, and that Regieleki possible for themselves, it could still be anyone's game.
Yes, they are definitely singing to themselves, I need a miracle. As the Regieleki gets secured, is marching its way down to that tier 2 pad. 17 seconds left. You can see Legends, they are getting their positioning. They want to have all corners covered in this legendary pit before that Rayquaza does spawn.
Yeah, look at that, Wigglytuff and Mew playing so aggressive in that tall grass on the side of EXO Clans here. They want this really badly, but so does EXO, with a challenge possibly getting in 100 dunk on the top goal here, putting maybe a bit more of points on their side, giving them a little bit more of a breathing space to win this fight here.
But the thing is it enough breathing space, because 247 to 91, they definitely have a tough mountain to climb here. Challenge has managed to pick up some more AOS energy, going in with another 80 into that tier 2 pad. But Zoroark, they ended up retreating back and are going to possibly take down a triple-headed bird.
Yeah, both teams still wandering around here. I think a little bit nervous as well. There's so much at stake right now, Kello, on this green dragon here. neither team really wants to start it. But here might come the engagement here. Unite popped out from Mew to really just escape. They want to keep on playing here. Big slow beam on the Zorak. Will be able to stun them for a little bit. And here comes the rip on Rayquaza though. Fanciful fireworks coming out. Hooper is there. Everyone's engaging.
Oh my gosh.
Who took the Rayquaza?
No way.
Oh! It is challenged.
The triple bird brain with the big brains to get the secure from going in for the dunks. They are rushing towards their scores. But look at that. Legends Reappear.
God.
You may have the scoring shields, but we are just going to answer back with some goals of our own. Despite that, Legends are still in the lead, Fu.
Don't forget though, Benko still has a Rayquaza shield killer, so if they can get enough points in this last 30 seconds, they just need to score over 170 points. Can they do it? Mew is there saying, no, you can't come to this bottom goal. This is going to come down to the wire.
Oh my gosh, I know they say, Ray, when there is a Ray, there is a way. But I don't know if that Ray was going to be enough. We have the Airborne Fist trying to catch him out, but Urshifu ends up getting taken down. You can just see the backline damage coming out from Zavi as their frontliners are trying to defend this time with only 1 point. Boo!
Hello, I think Legends Reappear has actually disappeared. They have slayed the Titan of the OC region. They have done everything they can in this championship.